Hello. Hope everybody's doing well today. Something is happening to my headset. Or not my headset, but more so my just the volume is up. She's sensitive. Oh, that was low though. Hang on. Ugh. Okay, hopefully that helps. Hopefully. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing well today. I am playing. Ooh, nope. I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 today. And we should be getting close to Leviathan. Which, if we are, I'm really excited about that. I haven't done Leviathan in a long time. Oh, oh no, Leech. I think he's got a toy, but he's also digging in the blankets on the bed or on the couch. I don't know why there's a towel on the couch, but there is one. He's just having a good time. Oh, and now he's done. What a goober. You're here, but at what cost? At the cost of hopefully entertainment. Hopefully. And sometimes the chance to see Luigi do something cute. What is that emote? It looks like I don't know what this emote looks like that you sent. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It looks like a half moon and then the other half is sliced up. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Like, he does it so infrequently that I can never, like, capture the command, though. So I can't teach him to backflip on command like you could in Nintendogs. But yep, he looks just like a Nintendo. Oh my god, he looks just like a Nintendo doing a backflip. Oh, is it that really tired emote? I think I know which emote you're talking about now. Maybe it's just like an Android thing. Yeah, it's probably just an Android thing. Where am I supposed to be going? Okay, that's what I thought. Not the phone glitching out so you can't clip it. I want to try and teach him how to backflip on command, but I can never catch it. It's very unfortunate. I feel like I was supposed to open dungeons and stuff the other day, and I did not do that when I was actually playing this weekend. Oh, Michaela, I need to show you the two emotes that I got this weekend, too, on my main. Look at it. It's so homey. It's so livable. The Solar and the Waking Sands could never. Uh, what did you make for dinner that you couldn't have? Why didn't you make yourself dinner today? Or was there only enough for one person? Oh my god, my earbud is like driving me nuts right now. What is your problem, huh? to give my earbud a pep talk. Fried egg. And spam. Why didn't you make yourself that? That sounds delicious. Ugh, and it's just my right earbud, too. Oh my gosh. That's fair. That is absolutely valid. I forgot that I had some bread from Trader Joe's in the fridge, and it had been like 2 weeks since I had gotten it. So I had to make some French toast tonight. Tonight was a breakfast for dinner type situation, especially considering that me and Gabe missed breakfast this morning, which I was supposed to go to work today, but I ended up not. My coworker texted me like right before I was about to get ready, because I was coming in late because I'm working all week this week, and I work on Friday this week. And my coworker texted me, she's like, hey, so there isn't really a whole lot going on this afternoon, so you don't have to come in, enjoy your day off. And I'm like, all right, say less. I had stuff I needed to do. Like, I went and brought, me and Gabe had cut up a lot of fruit this morning, and we had a ton of it, so we brought some extra to our friends down the street. Yeah, it was a nice, pleasant surprise. And then I brought some to our cousin, and hung out there for like an hour. I went to our cousin's house for an hour. I went to my friend's house for an hour. Played with both of their kids. And finally came home with lunch. Like, by the time I ate, it was like 2:30. And I was very hungry at that point. So yeah, having today off was a pleasant surprise for sure. Carol, lay down. Please lay down. I don't even know what they were barking at. Oh god. Ugh. Hopefully I can do Leviathan today. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only oh my god. Our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventuality inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must needs spend all our efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. To Limsa! Limsa Lominsa! Oh, I didn't say hi to Taro on my way in. Shit. What? Where is she? Oh, there she is. Hi, Totaro. Bye, Totaro. Can't go to Limsa from here, can I? We'll open those later. Another time. To Limsa Lominsa! Oh no. Wait, I don't need to go that way. I don't need to go that way either. There's just a portal. It's just sitting there. Oh, fuck. You're expected. Pray take take this lift to the command room. Okay. If I can actually hit buttons like I'm supposed to. Alright, Merovib. Give me the tea. Oh, Yukiri's here. Welcome, friends. I take it Y'shtola has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time, then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin have had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I'm not inclined to let the Fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But, if gods forbid our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Memphilia, I'm given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I'm not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Sava, Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements with the I love it when they do that. Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkbritta has charge of the garrison. Can I help you, ma'am? Go lay down, baby. Go on. You can go lay down over there. Or you can come back, whichever you want. This is Caroline's world, we just live in it. Let me at him! Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Teleport. Wait a minute. I can do this cheaper. Hang on. What is this? Oh, that's Blue Mage. Okay. Eventually. Not today. Fisherman's Joe. Whoop. See? 40 gil instead of 190? Hell yeah. Worth it. Worth every saved gil. They swirly and curly. I never noticed that. Oh. Let's completely miss where I'm supposed to be. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. Okay. Shit, I should have grabbed a necklace. Oh well. Actually, hang on. Oh. Yeah, that ain't happening. Do I have recommended shit on? Yes, I do. Oh. I already have most stuff. I say most stuff. I still need a ring, another ring and a choker. That's okay. But I can also grab level 60 stuff in a little bit. Not that I need it just yet. Not the point. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe of the likes. Oh my god. Has never faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine whether. Oh my god. They have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory. However, we can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Japanese sure do love their hot dog and cheese combo. I guess Korean people too, and Filipino. We have a hot dog and cheese combo. It's a chili cheese dog. Are you thinking like hot dog with like mozzarella cheese? Like the Korean corn dog things? Well, no, it's not the same because it's a chili cheese dog and not like a hot dog with mozzarella. What the hell? What the hell? Hello. Help. Somebody. Of all the times to forget the restorative. Ugh. So Filipino spaghetti with hot dog pieces in it. What's Filipino spaghetti? Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we were, we didn't stand a chance. Okay, but you gotta tell me what the Filipino spaghetti is. Them, or when people make like tteokbokki and put little sausages in it and mozzarella. Yeah. I've never been to Jollibee's. What is... Wait, so is it like a tomato-based sauce still, or is it something different? I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. I only remember you telling me about Jollibee's the time you went in Florida. So, I don't know. Can I fly through that hole? I can. Neat. Oh no. You feared the worst and the worst happened. Good spaghetti sauce, I guess, tomato base. Little kind of hot dog pieces, cheddar cheese. They're both dead. Dead is dead. Good dead. Oh, what is happening? Y'all just came running out. Yeah, they dead. Womp womp. They done got. Yep, bodies retrieved. Operation failed. We'll get them next time. Oh, Michaela. So, I was watching some of the videos from the Hildy Awards last week, and one of them was an animation. Like, it was a really funny one. It starts off really funny and just really, like, memey and goofy. Transaction complete. Please take your receipt. And then there's a fight scene in the middle of it that's really, really good, and then ends, like, really funny, too. I think I sent it to you. Did you end up watching that? Because I don't know why what I said had, like, reminded me of it, but it just reminded me of a thingy of it. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and show it to you. I think I sent it on Discord. I thought I sent it on Discord. Let me see. Yes, I definitely sent it to you on Discord. On July 25th. Ah. It's funny. You know what? Actually, at the end of this, I'll play it, like, at the end of stream. Because it's just really good. And the animation's cool, and the first, like, 5 minutes is very just... There was another one that I should have sent you, and it's very much a... Like, oh, this is what it's like being in a dungeon for the first time. For sure. This is how it feels. Okay, yeah, definitely watch it. You returned. Thank the navigator. When I learned that you went into the serpent's tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? I brought flowers. Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. Yeah, they did. I dread to think what may have become of the two who remained unaccounted for. I pray they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound at any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Actually, let me take a look-see. Nope. The gift of eternity. Thrice damn fishback bastards. I really did not say that really great at all. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all the seven hells. The sky back there is so pretty. Peace, Commander. We're here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. It sounded hopeful, like, damn, I thought you were gonna die in there. So the other two? Rats. And I thought it'd be 3. I thought it'd be 3 for 3. It's okay, thanks, homie. Well, about that, there were 5 that went in. We didn't find the other 2. The last 2. So we're 3 for 5, or no, 1 for 5 right now. 2 dead, 2 missing. Damn, I thought you were gonna die in there, so the other 2. Rats, I thought it was gonna be 3 for 3. Well, you did what you could. No, I call them 7-Eleven because they got big gulped. Dear God. The men are ready, but we await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. Ah, but we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take saps at Aetherite and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion if drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land here is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault, and have the subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the self-same moment, a diversionary squadron formed of Galians from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. In likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Sava and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversions should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, which should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take your heels and circle around to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Sava. Oh god. When all has been set in motion, I shall cut a path to the Aetherite accompanied by Lady Memphilia as we agreed. Memphilia, what are you trying to do? Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Sava? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. Get to hang out with Y'shtola today. Let's go. Wrong way. There we are. Maybe. Where am I supposed to be? Oh, just at any of these spots. Cool. I've alerted the guards! Not playing Bonanza in costume. Yep, I'm supposed to go this way. I don't want to do this fate. Oh no. So next week you'll consider playing Final Fantasy VII cross-dressing Cloud, or as cross-dressing Cloud. Yeah, I can't come up with a cosplay that quickly. Not the crusty wig. Oh, that's cover, not anything I can use right now. Oh, hello. There's more of you. Look at y'all. All ready to see me. Yeah, I don't want to think about that crusty wig. We don't talk about the crusty wig. Oh, fuck. Alrighty. Time to get to that etherite. Oh, never mind. Still is not doing too hot. Can you not? You bitch. Bruh. Oh, why are you here? Nope. You can just stay over there, please. Hey, Stola. You good? Pray, do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the aetherite is close at hand. Let us press on. She's shimmery shiny. Oh. They caught up with us. They're ready to beat me up.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Nice job, Thancred.
Did I miss much?
Get over here, Gary! Slice him and dice him.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Maybe I should level Rogue Ninja next. I'm just not good at keeping up with rotations very well. Feel like I'd be getting the little bunny on my head a whole bunch.
To the aetherite.
Let's go! Scion's coming in clutch. It's very quiet over there. Except for weird Sahagin noises. Oh, there's more.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Hey.
something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Wait, isn't he not supposed to be near summoning rituals or anything? He's a little sensitive to the ethers.
Long have you shriveled Swordwalker, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs.
Now that sounds like a not so great way to die.
Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
It's
I
echoing.
know this sensation. It's the echo.
Never smelled my neighbors. What? Yeah, no, you're right. That is weird out of context.
What?
The echo be echoing.
Such power! It is transcendent!
Mmm, popcorn. I don't even like popcorn. But smell of buttery popcorn is just nostalgic. I like it. You could have done that like a few minutes earlier before you even started the summoning. But you do it now. But y'all were just staring. Oh. Maybe. Potentially.
Heaven helps.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal.
Never dying. Never ceasing to be.
Mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial.
Oh wait, so hang on. Did they have the did the priest have the echo and he couldn't die because of it? Or something like that?
I beseech you, come forth.
Such plot armor, I love it.
Die, damn you!
The boy is here. Double it and give it to the next person.
Foolish Shorewalker, you cannot kill that which is eternal.
He's like a mushroom. Cannot kill him in a way that matters. He's here. We don't get to fight him yet, though.
Heavens fulfilled.
Damn it all!
My being am the way. But it should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary. You promised me everlasting.
First mistake was listening to an emissary. Hi, Leviathan. Hi, buddy.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost.
Womp womp.
For a mercy, 'twould seem the primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage?
Unless?
God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Well, that's a problem. We should probably stop that. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan can make to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements, if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells can we prevent it? Great question. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, but of that you may be sure. But Limlan and herself would struggle to best the Lord of the World in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat of and matchwood of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of another one. Or cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Just take the long way around. How far can I go down this way? I can fly to the Isle of Umbra? I had no clue. Where are you? I didn't realize the Isle of Umbra is literally right here. Because it does this. Huh. I just learned something new. I can fly to the Isle of Umbra. Because Ailport is literally right there. Had no clue. Completely clueless. Good to know, I guess. Back to Limsa with me. Oh my god. let's get an idea. Let's get a game plan.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. Seven hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet. But we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built
Solid
a similar
plan,
device
solid
to grant
plan.
the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To which, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
Will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well.
Let me fight Leviathan!
Assemble the remnants of the fleet at Moraby Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate
Small
of
matter.
Limsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Let me at him! Let me at him! Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed in them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. Problem! What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. Oh. One of the company of heroes. The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I'm disinclined to put any story by this claim. And even should it be true, it is as Y'shtola said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships with some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed primal slayer's claims. Sava, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it'll spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning and idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosha. The storm private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Reading is hard today. Ooh. Lower Lenosha, you say? Oh. Okay. Where am I? Oh, okay. Kind of know where I'm going. Is this the guy from last time? No. I swear if it's the guy from last time. I'm gonna beat him up. It is the same guy from last time. Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out of the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Why does this pants sound like that? Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days, and do you hear me complaining? I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Trachstone ain't a generous soul. Now, prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting. You can? Oh my god, Leviathan. Ahem. The tale of Trachtome's epic victory over the dread primal Leviathan. His name is Leviathan from now on. I don't make the rules. Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is huge. Make no mistake. To give you an idea how big each of scales is, or how big each of his scales is about as wide across as me member is long, and that ain't no mean feat, let me tell you. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine that was pelting me. Oh my god, brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Who's the Lalafell sitting in the bed over there? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let my mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some as say you can never truly beat Leviathan, but you got to learn to live with them and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. It's you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the intention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble them, and that don't happen much. Me member's tiny. It's pathetic. Why am I here? I sure as hell didn't fight Leviathan, but I have seen him with my own eyes. It was a fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent, some malms off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. It was so bloody scared, oh my god, I was so bloody scared, I soiled myself right there and then. What? Oh gods, just remembering that day made me soil myself all over again. Jesus. Hey, wait, if you're asking after Leviathan, it means you're planning to fight him, aren't you? Ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet at the bottom of the sea. Or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless lying horse son. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. You're rightfully upset. Sava, this is Minphilia. Were you able to learn of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon. Leviathan? I see. That is unfortunate. Just unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Moraby dry docks. Please oh my god. Pray make your way here as soon as you're able. Let's just go to Moraby dry docks. Let's just go. Hello. You want to fight Leviathan? You don't have to. Like, literally right about now. Hmm? Oh, okay, don't worry about it. I mean, my queue times are not great over here. I'm in Madwin, but I can transfer. I probably can't transfer to, what's it called though? To Ferry. I can transfer to somewhere else on Ether. But having an extra person will help with the queue times. Let me see what world I can hop over to. Gabe just started recently playing again, so I'm going to enlist his help if possible. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lass. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Whirl Eater I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Whirl Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Leviathan, Leviathan. Ah, I know that look. You're ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whirl Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She's been fitted with with what our friends at Neldik and Vermelius are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Okay. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Stola, if you would join the 3rd Levy, and Lady Yagiri the 5th. Bye guys, have fun! But what words have I for the woman who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Sava. May the crystal bless you and keep you. Let's do it! Let me fight him. Let me at him. Let me in. Okay, actually, I'm going to log out and transfer data centers. I'm gonna see if I can hop into Ether, because that will probably get me a slightly faster queue time, and I can also play with Gabe. Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh! What? 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 Why did I do that? Mistakes have been made. Hmm?
What do I need to do for data center?
So you press square when you select your character and scroll down to visit another data center. I'm currently trying to do that, but I accidentally just transferred worlds to a random one. So I'm trying to go back to my home world. There we go. And then I'll switch data centers to Ether.
Oh, so you're coming to Ether.
Yes. Slightly faster queue times.
So do I need to do anything or no?
No, just show up in... You may want to transfer worlds because I don't think you're friends with Sava.
I'm on it.
So I'll tell you which world I'm in a second.
Okay.
Where can we go? Uh-oh. Can I visit any of these? Ugh. No, I cannot. I can hop on to Crystal, though. Oh, Ether. You're always just full. I guess we'll hop on to Brynhilder for now. Okay, let me, while my world transfer is going on, let me help Gabe transfer data centers and worlds. BRB. Okay. It's Hodrick. Oh, he already sent me a friend request. There we go. Let me see if he wants to stay as white mage. Who is laying there? Okay, let me turn game music back on. Oh, there's a whole thing going on back there. What is happening? What is happening over here? Is there fireworks going on too? What? Cute. There's a lot going on over there. Gabe, I messaged you asking if you're ready. Oh, wait a minute. I can't do that from here. Okay, perfect. I'll just queue us in. Leviathan, Leviathan. I haven't seen Hodrick in a minute, even though I just saw you last week. Oh, there's somebody playing music over there. There's so much going on over there. There's people dancing. That's interesting. Are you gonna go dance too, Gabe? Yep. Yep. I don't even think I have a dance emote yet. No. And that doesn't matter anyway. It is time! I hope you had fun. Once again, this was a fight that I hated at first. And then I got better. He angy. He angy. He's coming! Just leave me out in the middle of the ocean. Oh, that's That's a cool shot. I should have taken a screenshot of that. God damn it. That's okay. I can always look at this later. I haven't seen this cutscene since the first time I fought Leviathan. And it's a cool cutscene. Oh, fuck. Kick his ass! Alright. Hope you're all ready. I forgot the answer to this. It would be helpful if I actually use my mitts. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts bad. Thank you. No. Sorry, I'm not talking a whole bunch. I am lock it in. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Beautifully done. GG. The boy is down. Thanks, Gabe. Leviathan is dead. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, Limsa. Fat cat, away! Oh, it's foggy. Damn. Wait, where the fuck am I? I'm supposed to go this way. What? I was fuming because... What? I have no idea what you're trying to say, Michaela. No clue whatsoever. You were EB. Okay. I figured that was the case, Go to sleep if you're tired. It's so simple. Just go to sleep. Now, why did I do that? I could have just taken the elevator. Okay, well, go back to sleep then. Sitting there typing gibberish. Oh, fuck. What did you say? Okay, I will do that later. Give me just a moment. Let's see. Knowing the urgency of your... Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. Gabe is messaging me through chat. Not Twitch chat. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. I truly feel privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, madame, and on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. Wink, wink. The gang's all here.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally.
I'm alright, I guess.
On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks.
Wahoo!
'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man.
I'm so ready to fight, what's his name? Not Ravana. Susano. I want to fight Susano so bad!
Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight.
He was like one of my favorite trials in Stormblood.
Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
And that's how we end up with Ninja.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labour to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
Embarrass him.
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Embarrass this man.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Morderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
Yay, new friends. Oh, hi.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds stood before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
I mean, neither are the Eorzeans either.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
That sounds slightly Garlean. Mildly Garlean. Mildly, Van Belsar-esque. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there, and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Limson society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Where is this? Oh. Oh. It's downstairs a ways. I guess I'll go to the Fisherman's Guild? That seems close-ish. Where is this inconspicuous Huron man? There you are. Sitting next to a shadowy woman. Got business with me, adventurer? Only a little. See, you're the woman the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shiny grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I suspect he's got his hands full. Oh. You're not Thancred. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner that Merylvid one says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I'm oh my god, I can't read. I'm Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you've developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then one of the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, Yugiri of Do-What's-It. Not Yugiri. We can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Huh, that didn't come out right, did it? Lady Sava, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I'm loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us, Domans. No words no words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Show me your ways, Yugiri. Don't leave me, please. Oh, nope. I don't need to talk to you. Much more has occurred since I first beheld Eorzea from the Galian's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured, I know that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Menphelia, pray release her, or relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Oh. I'm not typing. What's going on? And back to the Rising Stones we go. Bye, you Gary. I'll miss you. Back to the Rising Stones. What's on? Bye, Tataru. Bye, Tataru.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove.
Oh wait, did
Long
they learn
have
that
I
from
known
the
that the
Asians?
Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion.
They learned that little
And
trick
yet,
from the
though the
Asians.
Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Asians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed.
A revelation!
There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Asians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
Oh no.
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady.
Oh no.
It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated
Just
that a
gone.
magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Is there a trap door back there?
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
Why are you sitting there all by yourself, sir?
It is done, my lord.
Why are you sitting there in the dark?
Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Not a fan of that. Ooh, actually, hang on. Those are literally the same earrings.
I had to leave the world to do something in the home world.
You what?
I had to leave the world to do the home world, to go back to the home world and do stuff.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I forgot I have earrings that are better. I forget I have the leveling earrings. This should be... Is this 2.2 or 2.3 now? Now I have no idea. The Great Divide. Let's see. Oh no. This is 2. Oh, this is 2.3. For some reason I thought I was still in 2.2 or 2.1. I think. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, game is gone. Through the Maelstrom was 2.2. Gotcha. Okay, so I did part of 2.2 last time. And now we're in 2.3. Excited about that one. Okay. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, I know where we are now, kind of. The Great Divide. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, no, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Mughal XII. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Well, he came back, and I haven't quite defeated him yet. Yet all is not well in the Twelveswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude, and they may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Asilla, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees hailing from Ul'dah this time are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Asilla, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Sava, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Okie dokie. There you are. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Mephilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray, calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one we got took. Or the one that got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms, any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where, and then it came to be, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning on your backs on us? If I might have a word. Tataru, is that amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphinaud has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear that it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Anticipant, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady? We're not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can he be so blind? Find Alphinaud quickly. If he's in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalima will see to it. Alphinaud is being treated at the hourglass. Hurry, Sava. Bye, Totaro. Bye, Totaro. It's getting complicated-er and complicated-er. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck. I could have taken the... what's it called? Oh, that's by the Adventurers Guild. Could have taken the scenic route. Oh, that was a cool... what's it called? There's so much stuff. What do you got? Ah, yeah, I remember that. There's so many things to do. Love Mat. Oh, there he is. He seems fine.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist.
Why is his hair like that?
Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest, nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
So that's what he was planning. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raubon has to say upon the matter. What say you, Raubon? We'll just go next door. Hey, buddy. Not you. Hey, buddy. Now is not a good time, Private Inovish. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the manner we wish to discuss, General. Alphino, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We've sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine, given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls. It stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between Uldan's citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single guild to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the Immortal Flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning soon. Anon. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in our abilities, Sava. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I've no doubt you can persuade him with your silver tongue. Since when did I have a silver tongue, Alphino? I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Let's search for clues. You look as though you have something to say, Private Inovish. Do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual, even one with ties to the flames, may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. To Lost Hope we go! Oh, wait a minute. Where is that? That is in Central Family. Ganondoof. Wait, Ganondoof Gerudo Man. Why is the altitude so low here? Bonk. Yes, I know, it's fine. Oop, Lost Hope is down here. What brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well then, you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees. Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Didn't expect them to send you, Saba. I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I'm increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest of what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He'll explain everything. Who the fuck is Zazawaka? What quest is that? Oh, the material quest. Hey, buddy. Ah, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon. You're of the flames, but you're not with the flames. I see. If Laerfric bid you speak with me, then I take it you have agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Huh, a childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain to see for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you'll understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Oh, there you are. What are you doing? Don't draw. Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Why? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Let's soothe him. Soothe. Who are you? What do you want? It's true. I followed the merchants, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and oh god, it's the other group. They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Let's take that ring. The other refugees are hiding in the caves of south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. Pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said that our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that the strongest warriors are no match for one woman. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Okay. Oh, hello. 7 hells, they found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Huh, sorry to disappoint you, lass. But we're, more than willing to kill you ourselves. Don't do that, please. Just watching on the sidelines. Again. And again. Why does this keep happening? There's a lot of you. Evil twins. Look like twins. And there you are. You beat him like it was nothing. Thal Almighty, what are we gonna do now? say come back home. You don't really have a home to go to, do you? Through that cave. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Well, he wasn't there. Huh? Well, where else could he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. Maybe. That's well within the realm of possibilities. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in the pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease this his mad quest. It'll surely lead us to ruin. Preventative measures! Ugh. Oh yeah, Stone's Throw is right outside the walls of Ul'dah. Oh no. I don't think this is preventative measures at this point. Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah, the man that said they were going to change everything, make it so that we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry, and I got scared. Say, miss, are you looking for someone? Looking for a merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? I don't know where he... what? Wait, look, over there. I think that's him. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Why is my earbuds dead? You! Bye. He's getting away. Go get him, miss. And I think they're dead. Cool. Love that. Let me switch my headset real quick. I'm not gonna be right back. It's just... I can't hear anything now. I can't hear any sounds. Okay, fix the problem. Got my other headset, my earbuds decided to crap out on me for no reason. It hasn't even been 3 hours yet, which is super annoying. But it is what it is. Okay, let's go get that merchant. We'll use the arc. There you are. Hey there, buddy. Can't escape me. You again. Why are you pursuing me? You're being shady, that's why. Sedition, treason, revolution, that's preposterous. Who's filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? Ha. You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. Beat him up. For the sake of the argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a Karen's arse about politics. It was business. Only business. Buddy, who are you looking for? Uh-oh. We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Yeah, that ain't happening. What's all this commotion? 7 hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Well. Guess we're not getting that information. Hey, buddy. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe this murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious that you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on your investigation, Scion. Okay. Not how I wanted today's events to go, but it's all part of the MSQ plan. Oh. It's 10 p.m. That was so confusing. It was playing the day music at night, and I did not know why. What news, Private Imavish? Where's the merchant? Oh my god, where's the merchant? Yeah, about that. Murdered? Damn it all, the 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Private. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Not to spare, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Let's see. Oh, before we do that, let me just slap these suckers on. The Flame General left word that you were here to proceed to the fragrant chamber as soon as you returned. His wish is to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphinaud has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Why do my ears itch? Ugh. We've been expecting you, madame. Madam, please proceed inside. Oh.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
There's a lot more voice cutscenes now than there were earlier.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Dun dun dun!
Teleji Adeleji, but he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed.
Ah.
There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Allagan ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean Alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Allagan monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Allagan inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nailvan Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats, given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation. Destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Problem upon problem upon problem. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought of all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. You are, of course, the scion best suited for this task, Private Inovish. Do take a moment to visit the Hall of Flames and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity. Begone, whelp. This is no place for children. Who is over here? Oh, the child. We were supposed to help them. I'm sorry. I was looking for you, miss. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Of course. But first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. She's telling me a secret, you see, so no one is allowed to listen. Mayhap you can wait for me by that pillar over there. But we require but a moment. Okay, mister. I'll be waiting. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momedy will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to the charade. Sometimes I feel Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Sava, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. Why don't I just go to Gridania then? The Twelveswood. Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I've received no reports of Ixali activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Sava. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I'm grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I'm more than capable of protecting myself. Oh. Cutscene? Not cutscene. Okay. Back to Rising Stones. I was looking at the wrong clock. Or at least I was earlier. When I thought it was 10 o'clock, but the music for the daytime was playing. I was definitely looking at the wrong clock. I was looking at the local time, not the server time. Or, no. Both of them are... Hold up. Hold up. Why does that keychain smell like garlic? That's weird. I don't like that. Okay. Local time? Eorzea time. Actually, local time... Okay, that's not an option, I guess. Local time, Eorzea time. I think those were... I had it on local time and server time for some reason. Hi, Tataru. Bye, Tataru. Yeah, no. Ew. There's like this brass keychain thing that I have. I guess it's brass. I don't know what material it is. But it stains when your hands touch it. But for some reason, after I hold it, it makes my fingers smell like garlic. And I got very distracted by that because I was holding this keychain, and then I put my hand near my face, and then I smelled garlic. And I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna keep going. It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Sava. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. Clearly, the only injury suffered was to his ego. Or Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I'll summon them now. Sure. Accept. Let me see if Dave is still online. He is. I may borrow him for this, depending on how long it takes me to open this this trial. Because I thought we weren't going to get to that one yet. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I have not. I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have the reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Ramu. I'm sorry, may have? Then it is not certain. The Elder Sea Seer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but the fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. But that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely have not escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it. I told Papalymo. I suppose I could have reported things to Menphelia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramu once, right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through their forest. And so long as Castromorian stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek the safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the Sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the Kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Sava, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing any untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the sylph so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can. Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. The Elder Seatseers requested your personal involvement, Sava. Pray report to the commander Huloi? Sure. At the Adder's Nest as soon as you're able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Cylons will of course lend you whatever support you require. It's just getting chaotic. The chaos continues. Hi, Totaro. Bye, Totaro. Why am I even running? Why are you running? We gotta go. Oh, I have a card. And a minion. I didn't even notice my Onion Knight. We gotta fix this. Ah, Zonde. No, actually. What level is my weapon? It's the level 50 ones. Okay, cool. Ooh, die. Okay, that should be everything for now. Alright, buddy. Sava of the Scions, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seatseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial, skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nafika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand. Okay. Conjurer's good. So silent conjurer. The other scions have already arrived, madam. May I show you in? Yup.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Redania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the Sylphs, too, have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the Primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other Primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a Primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities.
Trying to call Ouija over, but he wants to stay in his little beanbag.
Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples. You have my thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
It's almost Ramuh time!
An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Care I shall have. Oh, oops. Why am I here? Branch, maybe? No. I think it's Hawthorne Hut. Yep. Here's hoping I'm going the correct direction. I am not. This is definitely not the right direction. That is for more Moogle-Mog. Following the wrong waypoint. It's over here. Ah. Sap of the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the Primal Ramuh himself, an enviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I've been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, and we might ascertain the location of the Lord of Levin might be found. or where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Okey-dokey. Oh, a dust white. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow scions finished their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. This one returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched ones were summoned Lord Ramu. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good woman to her fellow scions? It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please, come with this one. Little fluttery friend. Run! Leaving an impression. Leaving an impression. Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones. Dream Toad. Oh, there's their little crystal. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking One. Bye, Maxio. There y'all are. So, Thancred is Thancred, Papalymo is Papalymo, Y'shtola is Y'shtola, and you are you, right? Well, that's easy enough to remember. This one's name is Ida, in case Walking One was wondering. Joke. I'm joking. Jesus. So it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment, we thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc on their skin, changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Y'shtola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. That's quite enough, Papalymo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say I have reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Come, Saba, the Lord of Levin awaits. Waits where exactly? This way. Ah.
betrays thee, servant of hiding?
I forgot, Ramu's voice is really cool. He descends. That beard.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult.
Oh, he did not like that one.
Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflict hath brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Would you like
There is the crystal which I
a
bestowed upon thy
watermelon
wayward
gummy?
charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Honestly, fair. Fair terms.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
All because I showed him the watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
Oh, hi. What you doing here, buddy?
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Buddy, you could get killed. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Let me see if Gabe is still online first. Firstly and foremostly, he is. Ah. Is he still online? He is. Okay. Give me like 2 seconds. I need to go to the restroom, but also I'm going to see if he can party with me real fast. And we can fight Ramu real quick. I am back. There's a Day-Day laying on the floor. Don't know why she decided to lay there, but she's there. Just waiting for Gabe to show up. So we get to jam out in the meantime. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna stop the music now so I don't get distracted. There we go. Do I even have? I don't. I mean, I don't need it for right now, but... Do I have to be near him to add him to the party? Oh wait, no? There we go. I was about to say. It was a good fight. It's a fun one. And the music's good. And I'm about to sneeze. Ugh. Does Violet Screech not see me? I make no moves. They make no move in return. After this trial, though, I am going to bed. Because it is 11 o'clock. And I actually have to work tomorrow. Alright. It's time to go. Fat cat away! Guess I could open Thorn March now while we wait. What you got, Koopa Cop? Small, fluffy. A measured thrashing, of course, but nothing too brutal. The king yet lives. Ooh. I haven't done EX in a while. Not Thornmarch EX, at least. Fun. Can I hop up here? Can I hang out up here? I can. Neat. Oh, hello. Hi. I see you've donned the uniform. Mama Shiba in tow. Perfect timing. I like that lance. It's pretty cool looking. That's so good. It's so good. It's so cool. Again, haven't seen this cutscene since I first did this. Granted, I'm used to there being water in the little divot around the edge. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Why? There we go. Why am I not targeting my target? Supposed to grab that? I don't remember. I am. This boy's attention. work, lads. Lightly spiced. Love it. I'll take that. Am I supposed to get together for that? I don't remember. Never mind. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut in the meantime. Owie. Woo. How dare you? Almost there, guys. Ah! Grabbed that one too late. Yay. Level 89. Congrats. Everybody's going. Yay. Done and
I have
done.
taken thy measure, bringer of light.
And what you think?
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine.
Yeah, baby.
Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
You can count on me. I got this, Remu. Where were you? Were you just sitting off to the side?
Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one.
Where were you standing? How were you able to see all this?
In witnessing thy struggle, the truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Assyrians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Okie dokie. Alright. We gotta go back to Solace first. Will not teleport to the Rising Stones prematurely. I think I'll finish this quest, go back to the Rising Stones, and then call it a night. Sava, you have returned. dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? Well, it wasn't terrible. He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well, then, that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Sava. The Elder Seed Seer must be informed of your deeds at once. Oh, so I have to go to what little gods are made of. Does that mean where do I go? Oh, still need to talk to you. The Elder Seed Seer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The Conjurer at Nofika's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Sava. So gritty. Bye, guys. Oh, there he is. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Conjurer is killed. Jesus. Welcome back, honored scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see you return. The Elder Seed Seer awaits you within. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramu made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one, yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the Elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Oh, you know. Okay. Can we talk to Papalumo and this be it? This ends another daunting mission, eh, Sava? I'd hoped Lord Ramu could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. Oh my god. Oh, it's so cute. Look at that little chocobo. Dressed in a little dragon costume. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. And it seems that Urianger too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Sava? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? The lesson is... make peace, not war. Or else you have to fight a giant god with a gianter beard. Bye, Tataru. Bye, Tataru. Welcome back, Sava. Where do your momentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you? I would fain share news of my own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Can we wait just a moment? Okay, no, we can't.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger,
Was it PowerPoint?
the floor is yours.
Is it PowerPoint time?
As
Can't be
all here
PowerPoint time
assembled
yet.
now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'ashtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'ashtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Time for a little review for the class, i.e. me. It is PowerPoint time.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
"'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
And thus the cycle continues.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin Elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Asians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
Nope.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The
It was
Sahagin
kind of a
ascended to
major
an immortal
moment.
state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Asians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped
just
the
gotta
bodiless
snag
soul
'em.
within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Asian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Oh. Okay. Bye, Oriange. Oh, wait.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
One more A little bit. The Lord of Levin is returned to the ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramuh's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man, Hydaelyn's servant, grows mightier by the day. Yet she prospers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak. Oh my god. But their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it invenerates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Oh. Hello. Divine seeds wherever want to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. You mean him? Quest complete. Job done. Okay. That's where we're gonna stop. Ooh, hang on, let me go back to Madwin. We return to our home world, home server, or our home data center. Oh god, my back. It is time to go home. Okay, well. There we go. Just while I'm getting back on here. Okay, I'm back. Awesome. Well, hopefully everybody had a good time and enjoyed watching more MSQ stuff. Didn't realize how far I actually was in there. But I had a good time. It was fun. Honestly, I really enjoy going through MSQ again. And I think I said that before, but it still stands that I enjoy doing it and jogging my memory, certainly. But okay. I'm gonna be most likely, unless something changes and I have to leave early on Saturday, I should be streaming Friday night. I don't have a new game that I'm gonna play. I'm probably gonna play Final Fantasy VII again until I figure out what game I want to play on Fridays. And I'm okay with that because I'm really enjoying Final Fantasy VII and I'm having a good time. So I'm gonna do that until I find a game to play on Fridays, which may or may not happen. I don't know. So 7 or Friday we'll have more 7. And then Monday we'll have more 7. And then Wednesday we'll play 14. Until I figure something else out. I have games that I want to play. I just don't want to play them yet. Like, I don't want to play Metaphor just yet. I think I'll play that one once I'm done with 7. Just so I'm not playing like 5,000 RPGs at once. But I want to play something that's not an RPG on Fridays. But until then, I'm going to be playing the 2 RPGs that I'm playing. But yeah. Same time Friday, 7:30. Look forward to it. Unless it doesn't happen. Because it very well may not if I have to leave early on Saturday. But based on my conversation with my dad last time, I don't think we're going to be leaving early in the morning. I really hope not, because I would love to sleep in on Saturday. I'm so tired. I did not get to sleep in this morning. So I'm going to hope I don't have to be up early on Saturday, and I can stream on Friday, like normal. But yeah, I'm going to go, because it's 11:30, and I need to go to bed. So, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a good evening. I hope you have a good rest of your week. And I'll see you Friday. Bye-bye.